Causal feedback loops bind distributed representations of working memory. The theoretical framework is how neural activity influences working memory. So it's asking like, what kind of influence does neural activity have on your working memory? And can your working memory function without it? Their hypothesis was that working memory can function without neural activity in the brains, and so unrelated and scattered in two different areas of your brain. There's if it's in two different areas of the brain, if the working memory can still function like it should. The experiments they used, they exposed mice to a delayed non-matched sample task, which is when they are presented with a sample stimulus, and then after a short delay, they're shown that again, along with an alternative stimulus. And then they exposed the mice to a discrimination task that does not require working memory, which is just like them giving them two things and they have to like tell them apart. So their findings did not support their hypothesis. The low dimensional dynamics are needed when working memory is scattered into two different areas of the brain. So that just means like you do need neural activity in order for your working memory to function.
And for what the author's findings mean, we found that working memory is basically an essential aspect of cognition in the brain. So for the neocortex specifically, certain areas of the neocortex were put to use for the maintenance of working memory. And all in all, different cortical areas are all connected and work together to maintain working memory in the brain. So different kind of neural activity is all needed to make sure working memory is functioning as it should. What are the real-world implications for the author's findings? Even though this is more scientific of an article, we think the main idea of working memory is that the article highlights is relevant to a lot of us navigating through our college classes right now. Working memory is prevalent in our learning journeys, and the article highlights how different parts of our brains need to be connected and working together to be successful in not only cognition, but in showing what we've learned throughout our collegiate careers. The question that we posed to the class would be, what kind of difficulties could a student face in school if they were to have difficulty with their working memory?